We can't go without looking at the highlight of the week in the Parliament, and that's when Tony Abbott warned of the horrors of living in Sydney.
There is a reign of terror on the streets of Sydney, and as those shots ring out, the people of Sydney, they think of the crime gangs, they think of the police trying to protect them from those crime gangs, and Mr Speaker, now they should also think of this Prime Minister. Their incompetence in stopping the boats flows directly into their incompetence in stopping the guns. This Prime Minister can't stop the boats, she can't stop the guns, and she can't stop leaving the Parliament.
Is that a bit of a stretch?
I think as a look over their tactics, because that all happened on the day that his decision not to vote for the company tax cut was near. So it was clearly a big look over there.
No, you're not implying it was a diversion.
I am indeed making that point. You are right, but I think
look,
it was an over-the-top diversion.
Look, at one stage it looked like we might have two substantial and opposing policy positions, and that there would be a debate about that. You know, like in the old days when policy used to be debated. Suddenly, Julia Gillard is blamed for drive-by shootings in Western Sydney. Of course it was a diversion.
Except that the New South Wales Police Commissioner Scipione was out there saying it was not only a border security issue, it was a national security issue. So, I mean, it is something that needs to be addressed. And while Abbott
in a measured way.
As I was about to say, while Abbott should have been a bit more restrained in his language, there is an issue there that needs
So does the Coalition have a policy to increase customs public servants?
And there's also an issue for Tony Abbott in terms of the boats, apart from the guns, and that is with the now the Foreign Minister of Indonesia putting it firmly on the record that he thinks turning back the boats is impossible and not advisable. So if it was to go ahead, there's a real issue there in terms of the relationship with Indonesia.
Well, and Tony Abbott after that just said, yes, of course we can do it because they come from Indonesia. Well, the services are saying, no, we can't do it. It's very difficult. It's very dangerous because people smugglers have now learnt what to do. The Indonesian government is saying, no, you can't do it. I don't think it's a credible alternative anymore. Yeah,
but he seems prepared to take that on.
He did resign, did he? He said, to hell with this man, just because he thinks he's the Foreign Minister of Indonesia. It's their boats and we're going to send it back.
The Indonesian Foreign Minister had a meeting with Julie Bishop, though, before that, and did not raise the issue with her. So that was quite interesting as well. Whereas he could have, I mean, if it was such a top-of-the-mind issue with...
Did she raise it with him?
I think in government they probably would. If they're in government and this was actually happening, I think they'd probably raise it in a meeting of that kind. All right, more with our panel shortly. Lenore Taylor, Malcolm Farr and Nikki Saba. But now, Mike Bowers and Talking Pictures.